Alexandria. So I've worked in this position for about 9 months now, and I actually started at the shelter about 4 years ago as a volunteer. I adopted my first dog from here, and it was such an amazing experience that I wanted to help more people have that same experience. After a while, I realized that this is really where my passion was, and I wanted to see what else I could do to help support the league and all of the animals here. And it was just such an amazing experience to see people care so much for the care of an animal. One of the things that's most important to us here at the shelter is finding appropriate placements for all of the animals that come to us. We don't give them time limits and say if you don't find a home within a certain period of time, we can't find a home for you. To bring in dogs from other shelters who maybe don't have, dogs, cats, and actually other animals too. Sometimes we'll bring rabbits, sometimes we'll bring gerbils, hamsters, but we work to find the right placement for them. That I'm really impressed about the Animal Welfare League of Alexandria is how much work and how much time they spend trying to make sure that people are making the choices that are right for them and for the animals. So we want to make sure everybody has a chance to meet with the animal and really get to know them beforehand. We really try to talk to people about their own lifestyles and how they see that working with the animal. We do a variety of events in the community, and they're for all different things. So we have some events that are kind of for people to come together and kind of celebrate their animals. We have coming up on March 3rd, our Fun Dog Show, which runs right before the Old Town St. Patrick's Day Parade, and it's something that the shelter's been doing for 20 years. And we have different categories, so people can like dress up their pets, and they can be St. Patrick's anymore. We do an owner look-alike contest, and so we try to do a lot to involve the community, to work with the community, but also to get our animals out into the community. So another thing that we're really lucky about this community is not only do we have people who really care about animals, who really want to adopt, who really want to make donations, we have a lot of people who really want to volunteer. So we have a volunteer board of 300 people, which is just amazing. And they do all kinds of things here at the shelter. They walk dogs, they work with cats, but they also do laundry, they do dishes, they help at our front desk, they go and set up and present events. So pretty much we could not run this shelter without them. And pretty much everything we do here is volunteers are involved in some way. So sometimes we have youth volunteers come in and do something called our Book Buddies program, which is they will sit with some of our cats and actually read to the cats, and it's really beneficial, we think, for both of them, because it means the cats are getting a little bit more socialization, which they love, but it's also a great opportunity for kids, especially if maybe they're learning to read, they're still working on reading, to just have an opportunity to read out loud to a non-judgmental audience. And I think it's a great opportunity for both kids and cats there. So I really appreciate how our staff tries to give people the most information as possible. Things that we really appreciate that our youth volunteers do as well. I love working here. Obviously, I started as a volunteer and I wanted to be here even more. So it's a wonderful place. What they do here is amazing. I'm just glad to be part of it. You are a good boy. Thank you. Hug kisses are my favorite. Yes.